I'm Sarah Gore, and this is Open House NYC. This week, as always, we're going to be inviting you inside some amazing homes, including, and this is a first, a trip down to Montgomery, Alabama to explore this regal estate. And check out this vibrant pied-a-terre with an international flair on the Upper West Side. Working in a home with no right angles? See how this LA designer embraced that challenge. Plus narrative through design with the owner of this East Village apartment. But before all that, our first stop is at this palatial and stylish loft in the heart of Tribeca.
More is more, and in this Tribeca Penthouse, you get everything and then some.
Welcome to Open House NYC. Well, we have found some amazing homes to explore this week, and we are getting started in Tribeca at this impressive penthouse duplex. Gracefully designed by Monique Gibson, this veritable palace in the sky is regal yet welcoming, even playful, and it includes generous outdoor space, which is always a huge bonus in my book. Agent about town Leonard Steinberg shows us around.
I'm Leonard Steinberg of Compass. Welcome to this Tribeca Penthouse, which measures over 6,200 square feet in size with an enormous terrace. An entry gallery welcomes you and leads you directly to the main entertaining spaces. This is where you can truly begin to appreciate the loft-like proportions of this grand duplex loft. With 9 oversized windows, this loft is flooded with light all day long. This room is scaled for at least 100 of your closest friends. Seated here, you can truly begin to appreciate the level of design in this home. Monique Gibson did all the interiors. In fact, this used to be the home of none other than John Stewart. While this loft has been completely redesigned, it definitely still retains parts of its industrial past. And those are the kind of details that make Tribeca unlike any other place on Earth. The living room flows seamlessly into the dining and kitchen area, which are enormous. And let's face it, they need to be, because food is the focus of life. And this design takes full advantage of that. It is both practical as well as sleek and elegant, with an enormous island, a large range for a professional chef, and then these wonderful open shelves with reclaimed wood. Now let me take you upstairs. You said you wanted more. I'm going to show you more. Upstairs, the mood is much more relaxed, and here being on the top floor, you have all these magnificent skylights that just flood the place with light. This area truly has it all. It has seating for dining, it has a study area, it has a living area, a kitchen, and they all lead onto a terrace. This is the perfect setting for casual living, and it even has space for a grand piano. Dreadful playing, great acoustics. Because you have this amazing outdoor terrace, this is a perfect space for indoor and outdoor gardeners. Here you can take advantage of the panoramic views through Tribeca and beyond in full privacy. Yes, people still read, and what better place than right over here under the skylight. A very intimate moment in the apartment, surrounded by bookshelves. And again, here you see the attention to detail in the millwork by Monique Gibson. This is the master bedroom. It's one of 4 bedroom suites in the apartment. It features a large bedroom, a windowed bathroom, and 2 walk-in closets. And I'm just crazy about this wallpaper. This is a true sanctuary of silence in the middle of Tribeca. More is more, and in this Tribeca Penthouse, you get everything and then some. It delivers on every level, providing a quality of life you cannot find anywhere else in Manhattan.
Stick around, because when we come back, we join designer Philip Corbin for a look at how he told his own story through design at his East Village apartment. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're in the East Village with designer Philip Corbin. Philip believes that design should always tell a story, and he used his own apartment to tell his. This was a labor of love, and he created a feast for the eyes filled with bold accents, unique artwork, and stylish yet comfortable furnishings. And he more than made up for its lack of scale with a cohesive design narrative that always surprises. Check it out.
Hello, I'm interior designer Philip Corbin, and welcome to my apartment in the East Village. I like to design interiors that have a lot of narrative and tell a story. And because this is my space, it's obvious that the story this time is about me. This is a pre-war 1920s one-bedroom apartment. I was drawn to it because of the architectural details, high ceilings. The biggest challenge for me is that it's a small apartment. I like the feeling of walking in and just pow, being surrounded by, all sorts of art and objects and pattern. I've been collecting things most of my life, and every ounce of wall space has been utilized for something. Ceilings are often neglected spaces. I see them as an opportunity to introduce color and pattern. It sets the stage for the whole experience. This living room, while it's not a big room, it's got high ceilings, which I think gives you the impression that it's a bigger space. And I wanted to have a room where I could entertain, a place where I could have multiple seating areas, and also where, I could just sit and hang out. The sofa in the corner works really well because I've got great views of the city. The pattern on the sofa is inspired by Moroccan architecture. My mother grew up in Morocco, so it was really important for me to weave in a little bit of Moroccan decorative arts into this space. This sofa I found in a showroom up on Madison Avenue. This is what I call a big little sofa because although it looks diminutive, it actually is pretty big. Sometimes I actually take naps on this. To round out the seating in this room, I placed this really unusual sculptural chair made of antlers, and also this chair that I had my whole life. It was in my parents' family room. I have lots of different collections, and you'll see them throughout the apartment. One of the things I've been collecting for a long time are these southwestern French bull's heads, and they're made of wicker. And I love them because they have this real, sort of Picasso quality to them. So one of my favorite things in this room and in my apartment is this 19th century Biedermeier secretary. It's a very practical space. I use it for storage, and also it's a great desk. The focal point of my dining room is this mural that I had commissioned by a street artist who I met here in the East Village. His name is Pisciotti. I gave him my key one day, and he came up with cans of paint, and this is what he created. And I absolutely love it. And I think it just adds so much impact to that small space, and it makes it really fun when I have dinner parties. Of all the rooms in my apartment, the room with the least color is my bedroom. My favorite thing in this room is my bed. It's not only super comfortable, but I also wanted to have a headboard that was sort of curvy and a little bit less linear than everything else in the apartment. I purposely chose two side tables that don't match, and the reason I did that is I didn't want too much symmetry in the space, and I wanted to create some contrast, and I think it works really well. I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at my apartment today and seeing how layers can create stories in a space and make it feel larger than it actually is.
We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to check out how this designer remade this uniquely shaped, mid-century inspired home. Welcome back. Now we're in the hills of Bel Air with Heidi Bonesteel, co-founder of the SoCal-based design firm Bonesteel Trout Hall. This home is set on an acre and a half, and its unique hexagonal shape was inspired by none other than Frank Lloyd Wright. Heidi and her partners embraced the challenging geometry by adding texture and warmth to offset the cooler materials. We join Heidi for a closer look.
Hi, my name is Heidi Bonesteel, and I am a principal designer with Bonesteel Trout Hall. Bel Air Terrace is situated on 1.5 acres of beautiful hexagonal site looking over the Pacific Ocean and up towards the Getty Museum. The design instantly starts outside with the no right angles rule. Everything is hexagonal shape. You'll see when you walk inside that the house itself is hexagonal and it's wrapped around a hexagonal shaped pool and patio area. This house was so much fun to design. I can't wait to show you what we have in store for you. Follow me. This room is so tactile. The sheepskin rugs over these leather chairs and the extra thick Moroccan rugs are wonderful to touch and feel. Again, this room is odd shaped, so we did a sofa that is not any normal shape you would ever see. The hand-carved coffee table is something, again, to add some texture and some feeling to this room. The color palette is 1970s. We've made smaller little seating areas all within the same room. One of the most interesting talking points is this 10-foot wide brutalist frieze that Robbie Krieger from The Doors commissioned for the band. It's clay tiles, and as you get closer, you'll actually see each member carved into the clay tiles. One of the best features in this kitchen is the beautiful clear walnut cabinetry. It's book-matched walnut, and there's no hardware on the upper cabinets, but on the lower cabinets we have a very sleek black pull. This family loves to cook and loves to entertain, so we did this beautiful leathered marble, which is a little bit easier for staining, and then kept the walnut material on the outside where you're going to have your dinner or lunch. Having dinner at a walnut bar top is a lot better than having dinner at a really super hard cold stone surface. The living room is another area where we really took our cue from the different shapes in this house. We took the feature wall and complemented it with this great Minotti sofa. The feature wall itself is like origami, so the palette on the sofa is a little bit more natural and neutral, again, just to complement the shapes on this wall. The other shapes in this room is this repeating pattern in the ceiling. And taking advantage of the shape of the room, we have this double-sided sofa from Minotti where you can watch TV looking one way or look out at your view of the pool facing the other way. Another feature of this space is the natural light that comes through the skylights above you. The light that pours in is really relaxing any time of the year. So as you can see, this home has so many great different angles and shapes, including this pool, which I might enjoy myself if you guys don't mind showing yourselves out. Thank you so much for coming. Take care.
Just after the break, we are with designer Katie Curtis, who brings a global sense of style and luxury into her client's Upper West Side pied-a-terre. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Now we join designer Katie Curtis at an Upper West Side pied-a-terre. See how she brought in a vibrant mix of color and texture that reflected the global sensibility of her clients. The result is a memorable home away from home. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Katie of Katie Curtis Design. Welcome to my client's pied-a-terre on New York's Upper West Side. My style is classic with a global influence, which was perfect for this client who wanted something worldly, colorful, and exotic. Our clients live full-time in South America at the foothills of the Andes Mountains, so that became the inspiration so that they would still feel at home while they're in New York City. As you move into the great room, we had to pack a lot into a small space. For instance, in the sofa, we started with this beautiful silk velvet. We added the custom throw pillows with the bullion fringe. Even the trim on the draperies, you can see the fringe, the layers of taping. This is actually cashmere and embroidered panels. So as your eye looks closer, you see more and more of these beautiful layers that we added. My style is definitely very colorful. So they took a risk with the colorful wallpaper, which was really exciting. But to balance that out, we had to go with more subdued colors on the upholstery fabrics for the sofa and the dining chairs. This LeBaron cocktail table really takes center stage, brings in the elements of color. It's made of bronze, so it's also super durable. We added these incredible deco-inspired wall sconces, table lamps, and this oversized floor lamp to bring some extra lighting into the space. This home has 3 bedrooms and needs to house about 5 or 6 or sometimes 7 people. So we designed the 2 spare bedrooms as hotel rooms, essentially. In one of the bedrooms, the beds are actually on casters. So if 2 of the children are here, they each have their own bed. Or if a couple comes to stay, the beds can be slid together and make 1 king-size bed. In the other bedroom, we designed a custom trundle bed that serves as a sofa when it's not being used as a bed. Now for the master bedroom, which is my personal favorite room in the apartment and really such a jewel box. We used a Gracie wallpaper, which is hand painted. It's really just this spa-like retreat in the soft blue color that we incorporated into the trim. This room had to serve a lot of functions, so we do have this very beautiful custom designed desk. We designed the custom love seat so they can sit and watch TV if they want. We have a vintage rug on the floor, and of course, we had to have a vintage dresser here also. I hope you enjoyed this livable fantasy as much as I enjoyed creating it. I want all of my projects to make you feel transported, and this home is a perfect example of that.
Katie really embraced the unexpected with the decor choices throughout that home. Coming up just after the break, we take a special trip down to Montgomery, Alabama to explore this epitome of regal Southern charm. We'll see you in just a few. Welcome back, everyone. Now we take a special trip down south to Montgomery, Alabama to tour an estate that exemplifies both the charm and the quality of life this area of the country is known for. It's also situated on 10 pristine acres with its own fishing pond. They say the stars fell on Alabama. Well, you will definitely fall for this home. Take a look.
Alabama is known for its charming people, its beautiful countryside, and its relaxed way of life. And all of that's embodied here at 2080 Bell Road, a timeless example of Southern architecture. I'm Justin Moody with Partners Realty. Let's take a look inside. When you come inside this grand foyer, you're immediately impressed by the scale of this spectacular home. Hand-painted murals, handcrafted iron balusters. As a matter of fact, everything in this home is handcrafted. And the foyer connects to all of the formal spaces of the home. And the living room of any Southern home is a primary gathering place for friends, family, and even the occasional foe. And so, this space had to be generously proportioned. But it's the details that really set this place apart. Custom wall murals, handcrafted radius French doors. And speaking of customs, in the South, we like to make sure our guests are well fed. Come and follow me. In Alabama, the dining hall is an important place. Food is how we greet people, we comfort people, we heal people. So the table is oversized and seats up to 24. This room includes all of the custom features, locally sourced white oak flooring, imported European fireplaces, crystal chandeliers, and space galore. In the family den, this is where the fun happens. There's a wet bar, vaulted ceilings, and hand-laid herringbone brick floors that echo the brick front drive. Alabama's home to a great many sportsmen, and the owner of this home's no different. And here we can see some of his trophies. But ultimately, this space is for the family to unwind at the end of the day and enjoy one another. So here we are in the master. In keeping with the rest of the home, the proportions of the master are palatial. The vaulted ceiling height in the master is a soaring 24 feet. The furnishings here are sumptuous and of the highest quality. With a towering 4-post bed, a chase lounge, marble table, and massive mirrors, this space is a true oasis. Off the master, there's a private study lined with mahogany, a fireplace, leather furniture, and built-in mahogany cabinets. The study rounds out the huge master wing. One of my favorite features of this room are the huge windows overlooking the grounds. But let me take you outside. Let's take a closer look. Situated on 10 immaculately maintained acres, the grounds of this estate are simply remarkable. Out back is an entertainer's dream. A gunite pool with a flagstone border, a cabana with multiple televisions and air conditioning, and a 2,200 square foot guest house, making this place perfect for entertaining on a grand scale. There's a fully stocked lake with a fountain, gazebo, and even a fishing pier. I hope you've enjoyed our tour today. It's always a pleasure to show this magnificent home. This home embodies all things Southern: charm, grace, a high quality of life. I'm so grateful to have had the chance to walk through the home with you. I hope that you've enjoyed visiting.
Thanks for watching. Like what you see on the show? Well, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We have so many more beautiful homes to share. How about love? Share these homes, you know?